Greetings everyone, Tarot from the Divine here. Hope you all are doing well. This is your weekly reading for the week of April 27th. I hope you all are having a great day, enjoying your weekend. So let's get into it and see what we've got going on. What is the collective going to be looking at for the coming week? What challenges? Okay, we have child, which can be, which can mean new beginning. Let me get my jewelry out of here. I do make jewelry, y'all. Just real quick. These are earrings that I make. Here's a bracelet. These are all made from copper wire. This one is aventurine. The clasps, if you look real close, are handmade. So I'm just clearing that out. And here's some silver ones that I made with silver, with blue cat's eye. I have other colors. That's an earring. So those are just some that I made. I just threw them up there earlier and I didn't realize they were still here. So let me get those out of the way right there. All right, back to the reading. So what else is the collective looking at for this next week? We have wealthy man. And you'll be able to find my Etsy shop in the description below. So if you want to go check it out, I don't have much on there right now because I just started, but I will be adding inventory, every few days. So here we go. What else is the collective looking at for this week? See how that one flew out? Toil and labor. And let's see. What else, Spirit, for this coming week? I'd like to have one or two more, please. Okay, I don't know how that got turned upside down, but it's high honor in the reverse. That's interesting. So I always start these out upright. What else, Spirit? And then coffin. All right, so we have a beginning and an ending. And then in between we've got wealthy man, toil and labor, and high honor in the reverse. Okay, Spirit, what about this child that could be an actual child or a new beginning on something? What is this, Spirit? Ah! Okay, hang on, I gotta pick up a card or two. Sorry about that. Let's see here. We have the Hierophant. And we have, wow, that's a lot of cards. We have the Eight of Coins, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Coins. So the Hierophant is a lesson or a teacher. So, maybe someone's in school, and this, I'm looking at this as past, present, and future. Okay, we have Page of Wands, and wands can be, you may be learning or traveling. a new adventure. So, or new classes possibly. And then 8 of coins. Someone is qualified at their work. So they may be taking, you may be going back to school. And I had this in my reading yesterday, that someone was possibly going back to school to do continuing education of some sort. And this could result in a new job offer with the Ace of Coins, or a promotion. So yeah, somebody's wanting to continue their education. So that's what the child is. It's a new, they're going to school for something. They're going back to school for something. What about this wealthy man? We've got the moon, something being done in secret. There's some sort of a secret being kept. Okay, we have the 10 of coins. So there's some possibly important financial decisions, or there's financial abundance, but something in secret. We have the 8 of Swords. Somebody's trapped on something. Could be a mental, sort of, they're in their head about what they're going to do about this 10 of Pentacles. It could be a major decision. And then the 3 of Wands could be a partnership of some sort. So there could be something going on with finances, that's being kept in the secret from partners. So if someone's in a partnership, you might want to be looking into the financials on that. Anything else on that particular line, Spirit? Because this wealthy man is doing something in secret. We have the 3 of Coins in the reverse. So yeah, somebody's somebody needs to go back to school to get a promotion, and then here we have slowed learning or development. So someone may be trying to stop that or slow it down. And then Justice in the reverse, there's an imbalance. So yeah, somebody needs to definitely look at the financials. If they're in a partnership, it looks like a partnership of 3 or more, you need to look at the financials, because something's being done in secret. So, I'm not going to say specifically what, but, there's always embezzlement and misuse of money and, misdirection of funds. So definitely look into the financials if you're in a partnership. What about this toil and labor, Spirit? And this would be a present situation. We have the Empress. Someone wants to do their own creativity. Instead of working a toil and labor job for someone else, they want to do their own, they have their own idea for a job or a creative venture of some sort. Or this toil and labor job is allowing them the financials to do their own creative thing. But either way you look at it, somebody wants to start their own enterprise or something. What else, Spirit? Okay, we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So in order to pursue this creative outlet, someone needs to let go of some type of an emotional outcome. It could be this partnership. Somebody needs to let go of whatever the the outcome is going to be. They're emotionally vested in it, and they need to let that part go. They can't get all wrapped up in their emotions on this one. And that's easier said than done in a lot of cases. Page of Coins. Okay, so if they let everything go and they want to start their own venture, then here we have the Page of Coins, which could be a new job, which would be their new enterprise, and it would be more and or different responsibilities. You know, if it's your own enterprise, then you become the boss. We've got the King of Cups. So someone that needs to keep their emotions in check. And see, I said where you need to let go of your emotions. You need to keep your emotions in check in order to, you know, help this succeed. You know, you need to look at it from more of a, you can be emotionally invested, but you need to also keep your head about you and, you know, use your intuition and your business sense. What else, Spirit? Okay, we have the Sun, which is a very good card. It's very positive. It's going to be growth and harmonious development in all aspects of life. So if you end up leaving this toil and labor job and you do start out on your own creative venture, whatever that is, it looks like it's going to be prosperous and it's going to grow and it's going to be, you know, enjoyable, and it's going to develop. What about this High Honor in reverse? The King of Coins. So this could come back to this wealthy man. This King of Coins could be doing something in the secret, and that would take them out of high honor if they're doing something behind the partnership's back. And the coins could be Pentacles is earth signs, so that's oh, hang on a second. You know how you forget what you're trying to say in the middle of a sentence? So our earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But it does have to do with money or material possessions. And there is someone in here doing stuff in secret with a partnership. So just, you know, and this person is not in high honor. What else, Spirit? All right, we have, okay, yeah, we have the Devil. So there's something's keeping them bound. Something's got them, you know, they may have a gambling debt. They may have an addiction of some sort, you know, alcohol or drugs. They could be using company funds to take care of a third party, you know. But definitely something is going on. And Temperance is here to balance things out. There needs to be some introspection done. But Temperance is here to balance out this situation. What else, Spirit? All right, we have the Eight of Wands. So information could be coming in, and it could be coming in fast. Things are speeding up. And the Six of Cups, living in harmony with those around you. It's also nostalgia, something good coming from the past. So something from the past is going to, some sort of information from the past is going to come forward. Anything else on this one, Spirit? The Four of Coins. Yeah, someone needs to protect their assets. This partnership needs to protect their assets and block any changes that this King of Coins is trying to do. What about this coffin? Okay, we have the Magician. So someone's trying to manifest or do some sort of illusions, probably to keep the rest of the partners from finding out about what they're doing. And I would say that the Magician is probably that King of Coins. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Wands, a new initiative. So they may be trying to come up with some sort of a new scheme. And this could be something too, you know, they may be trying to cover up their tracks with investments. And they're going to try to invest in a new scheme, but remember to block your assets, to protect your assets and block any changes that they're trying to do. So, you know, make any new investments be approved by all the partners, and, you know, they have to show all the paperwork and all the documentation and all of that. What else, Spirit, on this coffin? Well, that came flying out right onto the floor. Okay, so yeah, we've got the Page of Swords. So don't rush into any contracts. You know, take your time. Find out the truth of the situation. You know, because Swords is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's thoughts, communication, and logic. So apply logic if this person wants you to invest in something. And we've got the High Priestess. Yeah, be guided by your intuition. That's what I said. Listen to your intuition. And the Six of Coins. Be discerning with how you distribute funds. You know, don't be stingy, but, you know, be discerning and make sure that the money is going where you want it to go. Then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this could be, like I said, it could be, it's swords, so it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And this person is deceitful. They're critical. They may not have much in the way of tact if they're in the reverse. So, you know, they may be angry if you start limiting what they can do financially. Then this is how they will turn. They will turn into this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Because, you know, they'll be like, well, I've always been able to do this. Why? And, you know, you can just tell her, well, we're changing the policy. We need to, you know, we've got some questions on some things, or whatever you want to say. Then we have the Tower. Yeah, it's going to bring about a tower for this person. And 10 of Cups, you will receive emotional fulfillment. Once this comes to light and the information comes through, then you're going to receive emotional fulfillment from, you know, being able to stop this and get, you know, keep your finances under control and not allow them to take any more than what they already have. Let's consult this oracle real quick. What about this child, this new beginning, this going to school? Now, this deck is going to be typically about the karmics and what they're up to. Investigating. So yeah, you need to be investigating possibly this new beginning, if this person is actually going to school or if they're using the money for something else. Okay. What about this wealthy man? Okay, we've got destroyed, shattered, broken, and effed up. Because they're going to be getting caught and something's happened that they're not able to, they're going to be discovered. They're not going to be able to keep things in secret any longer. Okay, if anyone is having relations with this person, they need to use sexual protection, because there's possibility that this person could have caught something. What about this toil and labor with private relationship? Okay, so back to that. It's a private relationship. So like I said earlier, there could be someone who is keeping someone on the side and they're using company funds to do it, because obviously they can't do it out of their paycheck, right? So they have to use company money to do it, and they're hiding it possibly under an investment or returning to school to get a promotion to be able to afford this private relationship. Okay. And only take any of this if it resonates. You know, if it doesn't resonate, then it's for entertainment purposes only. You know, it's always for that. You know, it's like a soap opera, like I say, as the tarot turns. Okay, so under toil and labor, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours, love is a battlefield. Okay, and that's the Sun. We have the King of Coins. Yeah, someone is, yeah, we have the Empress. Nine of, yeah, you have to let go of the outcomes, you know, emotionally, but you have to fight. You know, you may have to fight for your company. If you're one of the in partners, you know, you've got to fight for it, because this person is wanting to take it. You know, they don't care where the money comes from. They don't care what it does. All they're doing is using it for themselves. They see that bank account as theirs. They don't see it as, a shared investment. Maybe they started out that way, but they don't see it that way now. What about this high honor in reverse? Yeah, sex shop. So yeah, this is about a relationship, a third-party relationship that they are trying to keep under wraps, and they are using company funds to do it. Anything else on that one, Spirit? Okay, what about this coffin? Promiscuous, sleeps around a lot, a hot free-for-all, sleeps with your man. So yeah, that pretty much says it right there. Then we have kicked to the curb, which is what they're going to be. They're going to be kicked to the curb by the company, by the partners, if they know what's good for them, in order to get this 10 of cups, this emotional satisfaction that you're discovering this and you're being able to handle it and get it under control before it takes your company down, which is your livelihood. All right, so now let's get a few little angel cards, angel numbers, and see what that's going to be for the week. So if you start seeing, look for signs and synchronicities here is what we want. Give them a quick shuffle. And then, like always, I'm just going to pull 3 randoms. So here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. Okay, the first one is 7700. Stay kind and have good results. Persevere, affirm, beauty, guard, change, abundance. This is a direct affirmation from God, giving high praise for the spiritual, mental, and physical work you are already engaged in. The path you are on now is helping yourself and others, and God asks you to continue this outstanding work. So whatever it is you're doing, you're on the right path. And you might be 7700 or 00, sevens and zeros. And this is 1166. Pray sincerely. Change, harvest, wealth, and beauty. Keep connecting your thoughts with the heavens and release any worries about the material level. The meaning of attention is to pray for assistance now to repair what displeases you or interferes with you in the material world. So, take it to God, leave it with God. Ask your ancestors, your spiritual team, whatever it is that you do, ask them to help you in this material situation. And this is definitely a material situation. You might be seeing signs and synchronicities of 1166, 1s and 6s, and then 7799. Transform the cocoon into a butterfly. New birth, transformation, beauty, abundance, and strength. Congratulations, you have shed the old parts of your life that no longer suit you. You are living a more authentic life consistent with your highest view of yourself. This sequence of numbers applauds your decision to live honestly. And you might be seeing signs and synchronicities of 77 or 99. 7799. Any combination thereof. So that's your reading for the week. Good luck. I hope that you find this partner that is doing this and at least get the process started, or you might already know, you might already be in the middle of it, but this is what Collective is going to be facing if you are in a business partnership, or actually any partnership. But this there's one party in here who is keeping someone on the side. So that's your message. Thank you all for spending time with me. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. Please hit the like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family. Hit the notification bell. And hey, until next time, have a great day.